Hi, everybody. Kevin Iole from Yahoo Sports. I appreciate you joining me. This is my picking against the pros contest. Last week in my debut, not very good, going up against the former UFC bantamweight champion Dominick Crus. I was 1-3. Crus went 2-2. So not so great for Crus. So give me a pat on the back for that. This week we got a Hall of Famer that I'm going up against, the California kid, the former WEC bantamweight champ, Urijah Faber. How are you, Urijah?
Doing good. I'm actually boarding this plane right here.
So we will make this very quick for you then. UFC 222 main card we're going to pick. So let's start with the opening bout on the card. Ketlen Vieira, she is ranked number 5 at bantamweight. She is a minus 155 favorite at the Westgate. She's going up against Kat Zingano, who is a 135 underdog. Kat is 9-2. But she's on a 2-fight losing streak. Hasn't been fighting too often. How do you see that one?
I'm going to go ahead and go with the favorite. I like Kat, and I hope that she does well. But I think that I'm going to go with the odds makers on this one.
I like Vieira on this one too. Kat just hasn't been as active as I'd like to see. She's only fought basically champions and then Juliana Pena since she's been in the UFC. Miesha Tate, Amanda Nunes, Ronda Rousey, and then Juliana Pena. But she just hasn't been active enough for me. They call Ketlen Vieira the Phenomeno for some reason. So I'm going to go there with Ketlen as well. I agree with you. Next fight is a heavyweight fight, a 3-round heavyweight fight. Number 10, Stefan Struve. He's minus $1.85 favorite at the Westgate. He's 32-9, 12-7 in the UFC. But he's coming off a fight of the night. KO lost Alexander Volkov. He's fighting Andrei Arlovsky, who I think he's fighting for his life here, Urijah. He is on a 5-fight losing streak. The former heavyweight champ has been finished in 4 of 5. I'm definitely going to go with Struve in this one. I just think Arlovsky's probably at the end of the line. How about you?
It looked like Arlovsky was going to make a comeback for a little bit there, and then things started falling off. But Struve's also had some health issues throughout time, and I think they got those taken care of. He's a younger, hungrier guy. So I'm going to go with Struve as well.
So we agree on those two. Let's see if we can get a difference on this next one. You were a commentator for Sean O'Malley. He made the UFC based on the Dana White Contender Series in the summer. I think you got him hooked up with Snoop Dogg somehow. Yeah. O'Malley is the underdog in this fight. Actually, he's plus $1.20. He is 9-0. 1-0 in the UFC. He's going up against Andre Sukumoth. Andre, a boxer, is 1-2 in the UFC. He is a $1.40 favorite. Odds makers say he's 7-5, coming off a KO2 of Luke Sanders. How do you see that one?
I'm going with my boy O'Malley. I know he may be the underdog in this, but is he the underdog, correct?
He is. He's a small underdog. He's a plus 120.
You know what? I've seen this trait before. You see it in guys with like Conor McGregor, who have an unbelievable self-worth and believe that they can do anything. I think he's got that trait, and he's got enough skill and a belief system that's going to make it happen. So I'm going with my boy O'Malley. Hopefully he lays off the weed just a little bit, but I'm going with him.
So I'm going to go with O'Malley too, because I just think the strikes come from anywhere. And it's hard to, if you're not used to that, the kicks, the punches, they're coming from everywhere. I go O'Malley. This is the fight I think is going to be the swing fight for us, Urijah. The featherweight fight, 3-round featherweight fight, a guy you're very familiar with, Frankie Edgar, the former champion. He's minus $1.80. I'm a little surprised at that one. 21-5-1, 16-5-1 in the UFC. He's going up against T-City, Brian Ortega, the new California kid, I think we would call him. He's plus $1.50, 13-0 overall, 5-0 in the UFC, coming off a huge win over Cub Swanson. He's got all the momentum. Who do you like and why?
I would say Ortega, but to be honest with you, Frankie's never been submitted. And I think that's Ortega's chance to beat him. Frankie's really, really durable, and that may be running short on time. But I think the wrestling is going to be a factor here. The ability to stay out of submissions is going to be a factor here, and the experience. So there's been fights, like if you look at Clay Guida versus Ortega, Guida was winning that fight up until the very last minute. And also with Cub Swanson, it was a close fight, and he caught him with that choke. I don't think Frankie's going to get caught there. So, I mean, it's going to be storybook for Ortega. I like Ortega a lot, but I think Frankie's going to get him.
Oh man, we're going 4 for 4. I'm with Ortega. I'm with Frankie as well. I just like Frankie's striking. given the fact that I think he neutralizes them with the grappling. So let's see if we can have a difference in the last one. The main event, the 5-round featherweight fight. Chris Cyborg defends her title. She is awesome. What else can you say about her? She is minus 2,000. That's kind of like the odds that's kind of the odds that you used to have back in the day in the WEC when you were beating these guys up. Fighting Yana Kunitskaya, the former Invicta Bantamweight champion. She is in her UFC debut, plus 1,000. Any hope for Kunitskaya in this one?
I don't know if minus 2,000 is pretty accurate, but I mean, it's kind of hard to bet against Cyborg. But I'll let you pick first, and I'll take the opposite of what you picked, just to be on different.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, since I like you, and you did me a favor by coming on here late, I'll take Kunitskaya so that we have a difference. So Kevin Iole will go with the upset. Everybody says I'm a front runner. I'm going with Kunitskaya to pull the upset with Greg Jackson pulling it off.
I guess that leaves me with poor old Cyborg. We'll see if she can get it done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It might be a struggle. Well, Urijah, I know you're coming back. You're getting on a plane. You're doing me a favor. I appreciate you, brother. Always good to talk to you. All the best.
Likewise, man. Best in the biz. Thanks, Iole.
See you, brother.